Hey, this is episode 281, Make It Fun. So we're basically at this time of year that everyone starts making goals for themselves and then give up by February. So what's the secret? For me, what I've figured out and what works for me and plenty others is we got to make it fun, right? Make it like gamify it. When you gamify things, they become fun and entertaining, right? So hobbies. I hate running. I hate any type of cardio. But I enjoy going to jiu-jitsu, and that I've never had a better cardio workout than when I'm there, because I find I push myself, and it's fun, it's enjoyable. I make it fun, right? So any habits you do, work on making it fun if you want them to stick. So one of the things I'm trying out this month is the carnivore diet, since it's the World Carnivore Month. And so what I did this time is I kind of reached out, put some stories out there, and there's a couple guys from work that were doing it too. So we just kind of text back and forth. Hey, what are you doing? And I even told them the other day, I said, hey, I had a cheat meal at lunch. I went out to lunch with the family, and I just wanted to eat like a normal person. But I'm back on it now, right? Make it fun. Is it gonna always stick? No, but a lot of times, you give up on habits. And what I've learned for myself is I can only do so many too. Can't do everything. So if that's the case, you kind of got to focus on what's most important, what you get the most out of, and just keep doing that. So that being said, I thought this was a pretty good quote. It's an older quote. It's been around for a while. It was by Chief John Eversole from the Chicago Fire Department. And what I liked about this was just focusing on what really matters, right? And that's what I talked about. When your hobbies, your habits, whatever you're coming up with, focus on what really matters and what makes a difference for you, makes you better for what you want to do. Not maybe always for others, but what makes you a better person, right? So the quote from John Eversole, I'm sure you guys have seen it, is our department takes 1,120 calls every day. Do you know how many of those calls the public expects perfection on? 1,120. Nobody calls the fire department and says, send me 2 dumbass firemen in a pickup truck. In 3 minutes, they want 5 brain surgeon decathlon champions to come and solve all their problems. So why is this important? Because it's focusing on what matters and what counts. That's what I like about it. At no point in his quote did he talk about the name on the truck. Did he talk about the color of the t-shirt? Did he talk about you have collars or t-shirts on? Is it a pink shirt or a blue shirt or a white shirt? Is it a county? Is it a city, municipality? Whatever, because really that's just stuff we seem to care about, and the public they want help. They're calling for a reason, and they do. They want the best of the best to show up, and I think it's easily lost sight of, and I don't know why. I don't have all the answers. I just see it. I was having a conversation with my buddy from the Northeast, and he was giving me a scenario that there's a fire department, and they'll actually sit out on their bay sometimes, and they'll see fire engines from further away drive by their fire station to go to the neighboring department, because that department won't call them. And that's not following this quote, right? That doesn't for them, it doesn't make sense. They don't understand. They're like, hey, it's a staffed unit, let's go. And I don't get it. But point is, we're here to run calls and help people out. The public never doesn't care about some of that silly stuff that we get wrapped into. So my basically goal is for I guess this episode is let's focus on this year, not only being better, because that's always the goal, to be a little bit better every year, 1% better. That's all you can do, is be better than the person you were yesterday, right? But the big lesson today is let's check our egos and help others. I know with myself, I have a more enjoyable day if I figure out I'm helping people and making a difference, right? As opposed to just being around and I guess not making a difference. And I think there's a lot of purpose you find by help serving others and helping them with stuff. That's some of the things. My buddy took over our training division, and he's reached out about helping with officer development, and I kind of was like, oh, yeah, I'd like to do that. I'd like to help out with that. I got a phone call from a friend at the Orlando Fire Conference asking me to speak next month now. And I was like, yeah, you have that feeling. You're like, man, I want to maybe share my story, and maybe someone can get something out of it and help them. I got asked to participate in designing our new training field, and I felt that difference, that purpose, right? Because you're going to help serve others and make an impact and make a difference. So those are just stuff I've learned along the time and what works for me. And you know, why I put it out here is maybe something I said resonates with you and impacts you and makes a positive impact, and that's the goal of all this, is kind of share what works, share what doesn't work, and just be a little better than we were yesterday, right? So that's really all I got for you guys for this episode. I really hope you got something out of it. If you did, do me a favor and share it up with somebody else. But as always, you can head over to johnlovato.com. I've got a bunch of resources there. I've got training plans. I've got leadership development, personal courses you can go through. Some of the stuff I use to try to be a little bit healthier and better. But otherwise, I'll talk to you guys next time.